Welcome to Chem Time. Hello viewers, welcome to the YouTube video presentation. Today's presentation is on safety aspects in fine chemicals and pharmaceutical industries. And today's speaker is one of my students, Mr. K. Ayyappa Swami. Mr. Ayyappa Swami did his M.Tech from NIT Trichy and is having 8 years of experience in total, out of which 2 years is at ITC Bhadrachalam, 3 years with Dakkan Fine Chemicals Tuni, and presently he is working as a software programmer for chemical plants with Cogient. I request Mr. Ayyappa Swami to discuss in detail the difference in safety aspects of fine chemicals and pharmaceutical industries.
Hi everyone, today we are continuing our chemical safety series with a discussion on safety in the fine chemical and pharmaceutical industries. My name is Ayyappa Swami and I bring 7 years of industrial experience to these conversations. My goal is to share insights and best practices to ensure safety in these high-stake environments. Thanks to ChemTime channel for providing this opportunity. Let's dive straight into the topic. Let's begin by going over today's agenda. We will start with an introduction, then explore how fine chemicals and pharmaceuticals differ. Next, we will examine the main safety categories and discuss good manufacturing practices, GMP, and finally look at some notable safety incidents from around the world. Now let's define or focus industries. Fine agrochemicals. These are the chemicals used in agriculture to protect plants, improve their growth, or control pests. Pharmaceuticals. These include medicines for disease prevention, diagnosis, and treatment in humans and animals. Both industries play vital roles but have distinct processes and safety challenges. Key differences. First, let us discuss on the manufacturing process comparison. There will be different stages in manufacturing of both fine agrochemicals and pharmaceutical products. From raw material to product, we need to follow stringent rules and regulations. But when compared to pharma, agrochemicals will have less weightage on quality and some tolerances in operational parameters. You can see in raw material selection, in fine agrochemicals, it is derived from organic chemicals, less stringent purity requirements. In pharmaceuticals, requires highly pure pharmaceutical grade materials with regulated sourcing. And in the manufacturing stage, synthesis and chemical reactions. In fine agrochemicals, large scale batch or continuous process with high impurity tolerance. And in pharmaceuticals, multi-step synthesis with strict impurity control and precise reaction optimization is required. And purification and quality control also focused on removing harmful impurities but allows higher impurity thresholds. But in pharmaceuticals, rigorous purification with stringent testing to meet pharmacopoeial standards. Formulation and final processing, formulated with stabilizers for agriculture use, excipients tailored to stability. Pharmaceuticals precisely formulated with GMP, which is nothing but good manufacturing practices, standards for dosage, stability, and safety. We'll get to know about GMP a little bit in later slides. And coming to package and storage, packaged for environmental resilience, bulk storage is also allowed. But in pharmaceuticals, sterile packing and controlled conditions to ensure potency and efficacy. Regulatory oversight, environmental focus, compliance with emission and toxicity standards. And in pharmaceuticals, strict GMP regulations with frequent inspections and detailed documentation is followed. Now coming to safety procedures comparison. So both the industries have to follow the general safety rules which will be followed in any industry, any chemical industry particularly. So let us take a brief about each procedure at different stages. Suppose employee safety and exposure control. Both the industries have to do, but use of PPE, ventilation systems, training to prevent spills and inhalation risks. So these are the control measures they have to take. And then in pharmaceutical industries, containment, HEPA filters and clean rooms for highly active substances, isolation for high risk materials. And then environmental safety, emissions and waste disposal monitored to prevent soil and water contamination, on-site wastewater treatment, on-site waste treatment. So these are like general safety procedure they have to follow. But in pharmaceuticals, stringent measure to prevent API leakage, advanced wastewater and effluent treatment, because they will be used for diagnosis of any disease or anything for humans. So they should not be getting contaminated into any wastewater or particular our ecosystem. And then product safety rules, so product safety and quality control targeted on stability and residue analysis, periodic testing for non-toxicity to non-target organisms, and then pharmaceuticals, rigorous testing for purity, potency, sterility, with pharmacovigilance to monitor adverse events. And the facility safety standards, specialized storage for reactive chemicals, spill containment, and fire safety compliance. GMP compliance with dedicated clean rooms and isolators, high hygiene to avoid contamination, and then regulatory audits and complaints. Audits by agencies like EPA and OSHA focused on environmental impact and worker safety. So here the audits or any permissions will be provided by the state agencies or central government agencies. So related party agencies only will provide some permissions, and then they will do the audits. But when it comes to pharmaceuticals, because the audits will be done by FDA or EMA, because these are exported to foreign countries like USA and then even India also. So they have to follow strict adherence to the safety, efficacy, and traceability standards. So yeah, you can observe clearly between the safety procedures, mainly between these fine organic chemicals and pharmaceuticals. The main thing was GMP, so good manufacturing practices. So those audits will be done by FDA. But whereas in fine agrochemicals, local governments involvement and the state governments, agencies, safety agencies, or environmental and pollution control board agencies will give you strict guidelines and regulations. They have to follow that. And in pharmaceuticals, apart from these regulations, they have to follow this FDA or EMA, their rules and regulations all. So in order to export to their countries. That's about safety procedures. Now, these are the main categories of safety: process safety, occupational health and safety, environmental safety, product safety, community and public safety, transportation and storage safety. We'll explore about these topics later on sessions. What is GMP? Good manufacturing practices are a set of guidelines that ensure the quality, safety, and consistency of pharmaceutical products. These standards are essential to protect consumers and ensure drugs are produced with high quality. GMP covers aspects such as quality management, personnel and training, facilities and equipment, raw materials management, production controls. This is the sample GMP template which will be followed by the pharmaceutical companies. It will be different for different companies based on their practices and then regulations. This is a sample template. You can see the company logo and the document number, different dates, and then approval signature. So employee who is entering, who is following this document, and then date, and the supervisor who is monitoring the process. And then it is required that whoever the employee prior entering and after entering, what are the checks he has to do and what are the process parameters they have to follow, everything will be mentioned in this document. Now let us see the safety incidents around the world. This is about Bhopal gas tragedy. So the one also known as the Bhopal disaster, which was happened in 1984, India. It was happened in Bhopal, and then chemical which caused this incident was methyl isocyanate. It was caused because of the poor maintenance, faulty equipment, and lax safety protocols led to a leak. The impact was over 3,000 immediate deaths, and with thousands affected long term consequences, chronic health issues, and significant human rights settlements. So there were some cinemas in India, the Railwayman, Bhopal, a prayer for the rain, etc. You can see, you can watch the cinemas. What happened actually here? This is about Texas City disaster, USA. The location was Texas City, USA. The chemical which caused this incident was ammonium nitrate. A fire aboard a ship carrying ammonium nitrate caused a chain reaction explosion. This impact was 600 fatalities, widespread city damage. Consequences prompted reforms in US safety regulations and emergency protocols. This is Tangian explosions, China. The chemicals were sodium cyanide, calcium carbide, and others. The cause was improper storage and inadequate safety measures led to massive explosions. The impact was over 170 deaths, extensive property damage. Consequences highlighted need for strict chemical safety laws in China. Fire at port explosion in Lebanon, which was happened recently, and everyone knows about it mostly. The chemical caused was ammonium nitrate again, and the cause was improper storage for years, led to an explosion due to nearby fire. Impact over 200 deaths, massive citywide damage. Consequences sparked investigations into corruption and storage negligence. To conclude, safety in the fine chemical and pharmaceutical industries is non-negotiable. Through rigorous standards like GMP and learning from the past incidents, we can prevent disasters and ensure both human and environmental safety. Thank you.
We are thankful to Mr. K. Ayyappa Swami for his elaborate discussion on the difference in safety aspects of fine chemicals and pharmaceutical industries. We wish this type of interactions continue in the coming future also. Thank you. Request you to like, share and subscribe my channel.